Hey everybody, it's Charlie. We got a whole bunch of new Game of Thrones Season 8 news to talk about. We found out how long all the episodes are going to be, and there was an old interview that Sophie Turner did last year which confirms some of the theories that we have about the Game of Thrones Season 8 teaser trailer that I'll play. So we'll talk about the episodes first, then we'll talk about the teaser trailer. We're still doing the Game of Thrones book giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on the video. So first big thing, the reason why we found out the Game of Thrones episode links is because there was an international industry trade conference going on. There was a foreign language news site that was there that was just taking down all the things that people were saying. The people that were there to present about Game of Thrones were talking about how extra large the episodes were. They called them XXL. Then because it was in a foreign language, someone was translating it to English and they specified exactly how long all the episodes are going to be. So it should be noted that they're still editing all the episodes. Like, they're not absolutely completed. I mean, they finished shooting them, but they're finishing the special effects. So these runtimes could get a little bit longer or a little bit shorter by a couple minutes, but just treat them like approximations. They're very close to what the actual episode lengths will be. Episodes 1 and 2 are both supposed to be 60 minutes long, and then episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6, the finale, are all supposed to be 80 minutes long. So when all the HBO people and the Game of Thrones producers have been talking about them being feature length, that's what they mean. Feature length is defined as anything longer than 60 minutes. Typical Game of Thrones episodes, on average, are closer to like 53 minutes based on previous seasons. So I'll compare these to the Season 7 runtimes because that's the closest comparison. They went way longer than previous seasons had gone before. So Episode 1, Dragonstone, was 59 minutes. Episode 2, Stormborn, also 59 minutes. Episode 3, The Queen's Justice, was 63 minutes. Episode 4, The Spoils of War, also what they were calling the Loot Train Battle, but what we should really call the Field of Fire, was only 50 minutes. So by Season 7 standards, that was a pretty short episode, even though it had one of the best battles from the season. Episode 5, Eastwatch, was 59 minutes. Episode 6, Beyond the Wall, the other really big battle from the season, was 70 minutes. In Episode 7, the finale was 80 minutes. So even though there weren't any really huge battles, technically, during the finale, they still had a big standoff in the Dragon Pit. That went on for a good long time. Then they had to wrap up every single person's storyline, and they were still kind of all in different places because Jon and Daenerys had not yet come back to Winterfell. So imagine most of the Game of Thrones Season 8 episodes feel like the Season 7 finale. It's just that you have so many characters all in the same place that you just spend a lot of time with them talking to each other in different scenes. So for the most part, that's the contributing factor in these longer episodes. You just have more episodes with more moments like you saw in the finale. The exception to that, though, are the two what seems like really big battles that they're going to have. Because Miguel Sapochnik is directing episodes 3 and episode 5. He's typically known for directing their biggest type of episodes. He directed Hardhome during Season 5, he directed Battle of the Bastards during Season 6, and Winds of Winter, which was the Season 6 finale. So pretty safe bet that Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 3 and Episode 5, which are both 80 minutes, are going to be giant battles, at least Episode 3, because they've been talking about how one of the battles at least is going to be the biggest thing that they've ever done, like an entire episode with a huge battle. So think about those runtimes. Season 8, Episode 3, 80 minutes, a giant battle with the Night King at Winterfell against Jon and Daenerys' combined forces. I've already done a couple videos about what the actors and the producers have said about the differences in the way they filmed their battle episodes, but a really good example would probably be Hardhome on steroids. Imagine like the supersized version of that with all of the main characters, with the exception, of course, of Cersei and the Golden Company, which will be chilling out down at King's Landing, just hoping that they cancel each other out up in the north. Even though everyone's bummed out about the fact that there's only 6 episodes, the actual total runtime in minutes when you add all the minutes from the episodes up is the exact same from Season 7, just based on this preliminary report. Now, like I said, I think that some of the episodes, as they're reporting here, will run a little bit longer and some will run a little bit shorter, but it'll still probably average out to about the same amount of runtime. So Season 7 was 440 total minutes through 7 episodes. Season 8 is still supposed to be about 440 minutes total, so it's the same amount of content. The Season 8 episodes are also about 20 minutes longer on average than the average length of the earlier seasons when we used to get 10 episodes, but each of the episodes was way shorter. Most of the reactions that I've seen from all you guys on social media so far are just within expectations, like, okay, we knew it was going to be longer, now we have a clear idea for what that's actually going to look like. The funny thing about all these supersized episodes is that back before we knew how long they were going to be, I was actually kind of worried that they would be longer than 2 hours for a little while, and just thinking about how I would try to fit all that information into a single YouTube video for each episode. If you're brand new to the channel or you haven't seen the videos that I've done for episodes in previous seasons, when episodes get way longer, typically what I'll do is if there's something that I don't have time to talk about in my main episode video, I'll just do a separate video about it later in the week. So there's no worries, it's the final season of the main show, and we have all the Game of Thrones prequel TV series stuff that'll be happening at the same time, so I'll do as many bonus videos as we need to do to cover everything, just based on what you guys want to talk about most. I'll start talking more about that when we get closer to episodes actually dropping in April, but no worries, we're gonna have several trailers and promos before that drops, so there'll be plenty of other stuff to freak out about before that happens. There hasn't been any special word about a potential Super Bowl trailer or any new footage dropping, because I don't think that Game of Thrones is gonna spend millions and millions of dollars to drop a 30-second clip during the Super Bowl. If they do decide to drop footage, it'll probably be separately on their social media accounts, so whatever ends up happening, I will totally make a video for it, no worries. But because everybody's been freaking out about the Winterfell Game of Thrones Season 8 teaser trailer and all the imagery and visual metaphors that they were giving off, Sophie Turner actually did an interview last year that people dug up where she confirmed some of the things that I said during my trailer breakdown a couple days ago. So I'll play that clip here. It's audio only, and this is her at New York Comic Con in 2018.
There is, we did this promo for Season 8 again where, I don't know if I can say this actually. Well, actually, no, it's got nothing to do with the series, it's just promo. It was like this big kind of statue of me, of Sansa, and I wanted to have it in the garden of my new house. But they obviously wouldn't ship it from Belfast to New York, so. And also we shoot fake scenes as well. We got into costume in Croatia, we would shoot fake scenes because we know the paparazzi lurk around there, so we'd spend like half the day just doing nothing.
Wait, so what, can you say anything about Season 8? Like this final season, can you say anything about Sansa's journey or Sansa, what she's up to?
I can say that Sansa kind of really I say this every season, but she really comes into her own this season in the way that the past few seasons for her, but the whole series for her, she's kind of been somewhat lost, doesn't know where she wants to be, who she wants to be, who she wants to surround herself with. And this season she is very, very self-assured. She knows what she wants, she knows what she stands for, she knows who she wants to be around. And she faces threats to that this season, but well, we'll see how that goes. It was very emotional. I mean, I was lucky that my last day was surrounded by a lot of the cast members. We've been shooting the same scene for 5 days straight, so by the end of it I was like, sort of finished. But it was like highly emotional. What they do is David and Dan, whenever someone raps, they bring out a storyboard of their favorite scene of your character in all of Game of Thrones. And they write like this really long note on the back, and I just like bawled my eyes out. I couldn't stop shaking and crying for hours.
So if you had trouble hearing the audio of Sophie Turner, she just confirms that the Winterfell Crypts Season 8 teaser trailer is meant to be more visual metaphors and not actually be footage from Season 8 and not imply that Jon Snow was going to live to a great old age. Mostly them trying to drum up interest, so don't look too much into what they're saying here with these statues and why they look a little bit different in terms of ages. She confirms that they shot fake scenes. She doesn't say how many fake scenes, but she did say that they would spend parts of days when they were in Croatia just doing absolutely nothing dressed up in costume. It'll be fun to find out what those were after the fact when the season is already aired. She talks a little bit about the final scene that she filmed, which isn't necessarily going to be at the end of the actual finale. She just says that they were filming a scene for 5 days, and that happened to be the last scene. But they film out of order, so the actual scene could happen anywhere in the final episode, but I do expect that it is from one of the final episodes. When she says the gift that they gave her is the storyboards from their favorite Sansa scene, she doesn't say what that scene is, so I'm hoping that it's a scene from Season 8 at some point. She also confirms a little bit about Sansa's arc during Season 8, how she's a little more self-assured, she knows her place a little bit more, and other people respect her, especially the Lords of the North. We'll talk more about death predictions when we get actual season 8 footage, so no worries. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about the extra long episodes run times? There are a couple more promo videos that I'll post over the next couple of weeks, so no worries. But congratulations, Spotted Sharks, you're the giveaway winner from my last big Game of Thrones video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Click here to rewatch my Game of Thrones